Hey everyone, it's Doug Green and I'm the publisher of Technology Reseller News. And I'm very pleased to have back with us Kevin Nethercott, who's the managing partner of the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance. Kevin, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for inviting me, Doug. I'm excited to be here today.
So we have big news and we're crawling it on the bottom there. The CPaaS Acceleration Alliance has announced the launch of the Service Provider Executive Forum. So what is that?
We're super excited about this. As the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance, as you know, we're the global alliance really for everything that's converged and everything around customer experience, including CPaaS and UCaaS. CCaaS is there as well. And we're over 100 members now globally. And we're at a point now where we're getting all this really, really cool information from all over the world and all these different use cases. And so if you remember, we announced last year the creation of our playbook. And within that playbook, we have almost 100 different use cases that are commercially available around the world. And we started recognizing an opportunity, particularly here in North America, where we have so many really strong CSPs and MSPs here that are offering different services, to take advantage of all this information that we've accumulated and curated over the last 2 years. And I think we're just at this really exciting point where you have all these interesting installed base of customers with new technology, vCons and AI and all these really cool things going on. And we felt that there was this intersection where the installed base is looking for what's next. And I think as the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance, we have unique visibility into what's next. And to do that and to provide that really in a meaningful way, we've decided to create this special forum for the service provider executives that are out there and give them an opportunity to access this information, network a bit, and have some fun while we're doing it.
So that's interesting because it's like a continuity of what CPaaS Acceleration Alliance started out to be.
Exactly. And I think what we're finding now is within the industry, we've got different segments that have different needs. And so as we looked at the American market, particularly, we see a different group of companies that are in their growth mode, right? So I think overseas, you have more influence from mobile operators and big branded networks, where here we're more entrepreneurial and we have literally hundreds and thousands of different types of service providers that are in the business. And so we felt that it took a little different focus of what we wanted to do to help facilitate and help our members that fit that segment.
And, you know, the education part is a big deal of this, right? In other words, you cannot possibly know everything that's going on, even as you're involved in the market. So it also preserves or continues this sort of spirit of co-opetition. You may even be in competition with some of your fellows, but you're learning from them.
That's right. I think what's interesting about telecommunications is so many players are regional, right? And so, yes, there is some overlap, but far and wide, I think there's more to learn than there is to worry about somebody taking accounts away from you. And so I think there's an opportunity there. Also, we've made the investment this year at the Alliance of investing in research. And so we've brought one of the top researchers in the world. He's based in the UK, outside of London, by the name of Andrew Collinson. And so he is going to be taking his expertise, and later this year, he'll actually create special content for this segment of the market. I don't know that it really has existed in the way that he's going to approach it. So we'll have kind of a global view, and then bring that into a very specific American view focused on the CSP and MSP market.
Now, how does this forum actually work? So is it sort of online, or are there meetings? How does it work?
Yeah, so the key thing here is you need to be a member of CPaaSAA, of the CPaaS Acceleration Alliance. And we have 3 tiers of membership. And so depending on how involved you want to be with the broader alliance. You have some choices there. But the idea is that once you've joined, you have access to all that the alliance has. So that means an online community, that means access and participation in working groups. And so you can participate with all your global peers in that form. Then what we'll be doing specifically with the forum is creating content specific for business owners, particularly in Americas. Clearly, we can make this accessible to other members, but we'll have a monthly newsletter that's curated specific to executives. We'll have at least a couple of meetups per year where we can get together socially and network. And we're anticipating roundtables and maybe even some masterminds where we can have some discussions led by industry insiders. So the idea is to give us the opportunity, give us a leg up on what's coming. And then also as part of the alliance, we have what we call the advisory marketplace. And so we have consultants, marketing companies, sales lead companies, different organizations that I think that some of these owners will want to plug into and take advantage of to help grow their business. So I think we've got a lot of resources that we're going to be able to make available. And it should be, I think, very meaningful. As a business owner and a CEO, I need to be tracking what's out 6, 12, 18 months and what's coming, right? And so my goal is to make that really easy for you so that I can kind of put that in bite-sized pieces inside your busy day, and you're able to digest that, get a sense of what's happening. And then as you like, you can then participate fully and spend more and more time with us. Or at a minimum, you're getting the information that you need on a weekly, monthly basis that's important for you to know as a business owner.
One of the interesting things about your organization is it's really sort of correct me if I'm wrong, you guys actually look at the interface of where AI actually sort of where the rubber hits the road, where you actually start to apply AI and leverage it for real things to help you run your contact center, do call recording, look through the data, and so on.
That's right. We have within the Alliance the AI and data working group. And so that working group is doing a lot of, they have a lot of interaction amongst members about best practices and how to approach things. And then we're also a big believer in the new IETF standard that's come out called vCons, virtual conversations. So I think for our industry in telecommunications, vCons is huge. We're really involved in that. We had 2 or 3 different sessions about it back in Amsterdam. And so we're behind that as an alliance and as an industry standard. And so with that coming in, it creates what Thomas Howe likes to call robot food. And so it really makes it much easier now to bring, whether it's voice, messaging, even fax, email, all these different channels into a single format, makes the robot food, which then makes AI really, really much easier to leverage and get better data out from that. So long-winded answer is yes, we're all in on AI, but the practical uses of it in how we can take that to our customers.
So Kevin, I also understand that we can learn a little bit more of this coming up at the Enterprise Connect show.
Absolutely. We actually have a formal partnership with the Enterprise Connect team. We started this last year where we launched the Innovation Village, and it went so well. We actually have 1,200 square feet this year. I think we'll have, 6 or 8 of our members with kiosks right on the main road. And so you won't miss us. And so we'd love to have people stop by and visit with us about this new forum that we're launching, as well as come back and see our members. They're all there with some really, really cool stuff. And so it'd be well worth your time to stop there. I'll also mention we'll be in Barcelona for Mobile World Congress as part of the GSMA booth, and really focusing on the operators and carriers that'll be in Barcelona. So that's always a good show. Lots of excitement, good food in Barcelona as well. So we'll be busy both in Europe and in Orlando over the next month or so.
So, Kevin, I think this all speaks to, the benefits of reaching out and maybe becoming part of CPaaSAA.
Exactly. I think the goal here, as it's always been, is to really help organizations grow their business, accelerate. That's why it's in our name. And we've got some really interesting tools. Each year we bring something new to the party. And so anybody that's looking out, trying to figure out how to grow their business, what are some of the best practices? What are the use cases that are making money all around the world? We have a way to kind of curate and bring that information back to you and really help you with your business. So come take a look at us at CPaaSAA.com, or reach out to me personally, and we'll get you hooked up.
Kevin, thank you very much indeed for joining me today. I'm looking forward to seeing you at these upcoming events, but for now, thanks very much.
Thank you, Doug.